most people coming from like India, I assume that's where you were before that. You got a job offer at Google. That's like a dream job for most people. Even in the US, it's a dream job to get a job from Google. And your parents were probably very proud of you. And then on day one, you're like, no, I'm out. I'm going to go join a startup. How did you even make that decision? Like it's like a dream job for people.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly why my parents were so angry at me for my decision. But then, the thing is that how it so happened is that at 22, you don't have any responsibilities as such. I didn't have a family to look after. My parents are pretty well sorted themselves. So I kind of knew that this is the time when I can just do whatever I like. And I am someone who's very, very driven by my gut, So I had met this startup founder on the flight when I was flying into the US, actually. And he was just telling me about what he's building. And, he was the first person, obviously, the CEO. And the second person was his wife. And I was the third person, actually. So, he was just telling me about what all he's doing. And then he ended up luring me so much into his startup idea. And he'd sold me the vision so well. I just couldn't think of anything else. The excitement of all the things that you could do. I think that really attracted me so much. So I walked into the Google headquarters and I was like, oh my goodness, walking into a captive. Is this going to be the end of my growth? What am I going to do? So I was like, okay, where is Google going? Google is going to be there forever. So let me just try my things out and see what works, what doesn't work. If it doesn't work, I'll come back. So
were like the recruiter or whoever brought you on board, were they kind of horrified? Like, that must not ever happen, basically. Someone's like, okay, day one, I'm out.
I mean, my dad was like, this is the worst decision of your life. I mean, in 2010, nobody even knew the meaning of the word startup. Hardly anyone did, right? So, but I was like, who cares? It's okay. I mean, I think I have very high risk tolerance that a lot of people don't. Maybe that's why I was like, it's okay. I'm going to try it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I'll do something else, but I'll figure it out. I think I was pretty confident about myself.
Why do you think you had that level of confidence, right? That's sort of rare for people.
Yeah, so this to answer this question, I'll have to actually tell you a little bit about my background. So, when I was a kid, I've had I've experienced a lot of challenges. I've had depression for 17 years of my life as a kid for multiple reasons, and I think that is what essentially set the tone for whatever I have become now. So I've seen so many challenges in my life. I've never really had a normal childhood, and unlike a lot of people, for me it wasn't about money or resources. It was more about emotional challenges. At the age of 12, I witnessed a gruesome genocide in India, and the amount of bloodshed and murder that I'd seen, that completely knocked me off. And 1 year before that, I'd seen a terrible earthquake, 6.9 on the Richter scale, which is one of the, highest at least in Asia so far, and also globally. It is still remembered back in 2001. And we lost our house because the whole multi-storied apartment fell. And we had to spend the next 3 months in a rehabilitation camp. So when back-to-back 2 years in a row, you've seen such things, when life gives you a second chance, you take it. But when it gives you a third, you might as well make good use of it. I mean, I almost got killed twice, 11 and 12. And then after that, I had insomnia. I couldn't think through things properly. I have extremely supportive parents and a very, very good family. I've been very blessed that way. But, one thing that I understood was that, okay, I've almost got killed twice. What can be worse than this? Now landing in America, how many people actually get that? I mean, yes, I do come from a very good engineering institution, and I had access to the best education, the best of everything. My dad's a scientist, mom's a lawyer, so we've got the best of every possible world. Let's just say that I've been privileged that way. So when you've now finally landed into the US after you've seen so much, now if you don't take risks now, where do you take risks then, right? At the age of 22. So my brain was like, I've always survived. I am a survivor. So I'm going to beat this too. I'm going to see what happens, and I'm going to figure things out. I mean, worse, I'll end up being broke. But I knew that, I'm good enough. If I could, crack a fortune company in the first attempt, I'm sure there would be someone else who'd be like, okay, she's tried running a startup, she's failed, now let's see where it goes, right? So give her an opportunity. So yeah, I think I was like, let's just go with the flow here.